Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top story first. Officials of PHED seem to neglect working of water supply schemes. Fish found being reared in water reservoir. The news in detail. Officials concerned of the Public Health and Engineering Department PHED seem to be not so concerned with the way how the drinking water is being supplied to the people at many water supply schemes being run under the PHED. In what may be indisputably described as a shocking incident, the family of the watchman of the water supply scheme located at Lilong Haurebi, Makhalekai has been found rearing fish in the reservoir of the water supply scheme. At the same time, lots of dirty water has been seeped into the water reservoir of Iroishemba water supply scheme due to ill maintenance. Our joint editor T. Sunil Kumar along with staff reporter Michael Jit and video journalist Jiban Konsam report that there are clear signs of indifference of the officials of PHED to the way drinking water is being supplied to the people by several water supply schemes in the state. It has been found that one son of the watchman of Lilong Haurebi Makhalekai water supply scheme was rearing fish in the water reservoir. It has been almost 2 months since the scheme has stopped supplying drinking water to the people of the surrounding areas. When a team of ISTV News went to the water supply scheme today, Abdul Ghaffar, son of Abdul Jafar, watchman of the scheme, was found catching fish along with 2 other persons in the water reservoir. When residents of the locality asked Abdul Ghaffar what they were doing inside the reservoir, he answered that they were cleaning it. Our news team saw fishing net being thrown in the water. General Secretary of Socio-Economic Cultural Organization Lilong Haurebi Makhalekai, Farooq, said deserving persons should be appointed as the watchman. The scheme should start functioning and supply drinking water to the people very soon.
Who even a maram with the Jing Tata Batani Upare. Tani and Ising Yawa, my own the level Kungangilam Jedida. Kitang Tanganaba Karunda, you are Tamadong Tamze Isingja. Moinamaka Toning Bamunda, Tauraga, Nekaraga, Pazagi, Suyamakana, Valanji, Mangan of Honore. Must they do local minister, local MLA, Amadi Marile, but department. A two of the main Changbiraga, highway schemes data, so Kidari duty Nakaino. Adagi Pamopetaki duty na kaino, lineman duty na kaino have it all. Masa kind of tango men and motion chair. Is a training of we tied to the socio-economic and cultural organization, Sheko, how you Mukali Kaina, Yanopamte.
On the other hand, the condition of the 10,000 kiloliter capacity water reservoir installed atop the Iroishemba hill is so bad. There are leaks at various points. Due to the leaks, dirty water has been seeped into the water reservoir. At present, the reservoir is supplying drinking water to Iroishemba, Lamphel, Games Village and Langol areas. Even though the PHED still provides water to the public, many people have expressed skepticism as to the quality of the water. How far the water is clean and disinfected. Even after the water reservoir is 50 years old, no renovation has been taken up so far. Just next to the old reservoir, there is another reservoir of which construction had been completed years ago but is still lying unused. The concerned authority has not even taken a glance at it all these years. Meanwhile, yet another reservoir is also under construction. If the authority is not going to pay attention to the quality of water being supplied to the people, what is the point in constructing so many reservoirs? Observers asked. A team of All Manipur Progressive Farmers Association AMPFA, which will visit various places in Imphal East district to spread the message of let's produce more, let's not depend on others, was flagged off by the retired director of Central Agricultural University M. Rohini Kumar. President of AMPFA Joy Nongmai Them along with a large number of farmers were present at the flag off ceremony held at the office of the association at Palace Compound today. Speaking on the occasion, M. Rohini Kumar said, as the food crops produced in the state are not sufficient, the people of the state are depending on outside states. Besides huge amount of money being drained out to other states, whenever some organizations call for bandh or blockade, people of the state have to face a great deal of suffering. Meanwhile, the paddy fields in the valley are being used for other purposes and the population is increasing day by day. The farmers of Manipur need to be aware what steps need to be taken in this situation. He further said that the team of AMPFA has already visited many places in Imphal West district and met a number of farmers and made them aware of the ominous situation. The team will meet many farmers in Imphal East district too and disseminate the same message, M. Rohini Kumar said. The 10th State Level Library Week celebration to be organized by the Educational Guide Center, Singjamai, will be held at the center from November 14 to 20. Announcing this to media persons, co-convener of the organizing committee, K. Sharat Chandra Sharma said, during the celebration, book exhibition, library awareness campaign, students' talent competition, interaction program with social leaders, etc. will be held. Affirming the universal adage, it is never too late to learn, he said, a treasure of wisdom that will introduce the identity of human beings is the library. Knowledge is the arms of wisdom, he said. Imphal West Police conducted a combing operation in areas of Singjamai, Chirom Lekai and Chongtham Lekai in search of insurgents early morning today. The police team comprising women personnel paraded many men and women of the areas at Singjamai supermarket and verified their identities one by one. Altogether, 11 persons including a bailout who could not show their identification papers were picked up and taken to the Singjamai police station at Kawa for further investigation. In a shocking incident, an 8-year-old girl was found murdered. The unfortunate deceased girl has been identified as Longjam Jina, a class 2 student from Tharoijam Maning Lekai. The alleged suspect who mercilessly snubbed out the young life of the girl has been identified as Chingangbam Shamjai, 19, son of late Ingocha of the same locality. He was beaten so severely, causing grave injuries on his body, that those who thrashed him took him for dead and left the still body. A team of Patsoi police came to the spot and picked up the injured youth and rushed him to Reams Hospital. He is undergoing treatment at the hospital. On the other hand, a public meeting organized by the locals was held at the office of the Young Popular Organization Tharoijam. A large number of people gathered there. Talking to media persons, President of the club, H. Megha, said the barbaric act committed by the alleged accused is strongly condemnable. He further said, when Shamjai, the alleged culprit, refused to give his fingerprints while many other youths of the locality voluntarily gave their fingerprints in order to find out who is the murderer, the needle of suspicion was pointed at him. Thus it came to light that he was involved in killing of Jina. He drew the attention of the authority concerned to help the victim's family at the earliest. Besides, he appealed to all not to repeat such crime in future. In today's national and international news, amid speculation over cabinet reshuffle, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today met President Pranab Mukherjee. The duo discussed the reshuffle, which is most likely to take place on November 9 before Prime Minister Narendra Modi leaves on a 3-nation tour on November 11. The NDA government is expected to have new ministers, including Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar, former Congress leader from Haryana Chaudhary Birendra Singh, BJP General Secretary Jagat Prakash Nadda, and former Union Minister Suresh Prabhu. Arun Jaitley is expected to give up the additional charge of the Defence Ministry, with the reports indicating that Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar may replace him in that ministry. It will be the first expansion of the Modi government since it came to power in May. Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar being elevated as Union Minister, BJP local unit will today meet and is expected to finalize a name for state's top job. Parrikar, who is currently in New Delhi along with Goa Unit President Vinay Tendulkar and General Secretary Satish Dhond, will arrive to attend the meeting this afternoon. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will travel to Myanmar, Australia and Fiji to participate in ASEAN and East Asia summits in Myanmar, G20 summit in Australia, among other bilateral and multilateral engagements. The visit will start on November 11, 2014. In Myanmar, Modi will attend 2 key multilateral summits, ASEAN and East Asia summits. He is looking forward to meeting leaders attending these summits. The PM said, "Our ties with Southeast Asia are deep-rooted. Strengthening relations with ASEAN nations is an important part of our Act East policy. ASEAN is central to our dream of an Asian century where India will play a crucial role. I am sure the meetings there would be fruitful. I will have bilateral meetings with leaders of Myanmar, a valued friend. Having stronger relations with Myanmar is a priority area for us. After Myanmar, he will go to Australia for G20 summit. Decrypted communications between Indian Mujahideen IM and Al-Qaeda and testimony from suspects have triggered alarm among intelligence officials in New Delhi. The groups appear to be working together to launch major attacks in the region. The officials told a news agency that plots they had uncovered included the kidnapping of foreigners and turning India into a Syria and Iraq where violence is continuously happening. Allegiances between Islamist militant groups can be murky and fleeting, and providing concrete proof of operational ties is notoriously difficult. But Indian security agencies said evidence they had gathered pointed to growing ties between Al-Qaeda and IM, a homegrown movement hitherto known for low-level attacks on local targets using relatively crude weapons like pressure cooker bombs. Mining Baroness Radha Timblo, who allegedly has a Swiss bank account, has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate (ED) in a case under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Radha Timblo, who runs Timblo Private Limited, was in the news recently after her name was revealed by the central government for having a Swiss bank account. Officials said Timblo has been asked to report to the ED office in Panaji, November 18. The US Senate's new Republican leader and President Barack Obama have both promised to end the political gridlock that has so frustrated American voters. Republicans made historic gains in the midterm elections and now control both legislative chambers. Incoming Senate leader Mitch McConnell said he would make the ineffective Senate function and pass bills. Mr. Obama said he was eager to work with the new Congress to make the next 2 years as productive as possible. The election campaign was characterized by widespread frustration expressed by voters about the inability of Congress to work together. And now let's take a look at the top story once again. Officials of PHED seem to neglect working of water supply schemes. Fish found being reared in water reservoir. Thanks for joining us, and for more news updates, please stay tuned.